Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. 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 Hello there. Wow, this is getting really bushy. It's getting really bushy. How's everyone doing today? I don't know if I'm sick or not. I'm in that weird, like, after I finished the stream yesterday, I sneezed on stream, and that, like, broke the seal. You know what I'm talking about? When you sneeze and all of a sudden you feel fine, you sneeze, and then all of a sudden your nose starts running. And then you start getting the sniffles, and then you start sneezing more. So, like, that was the stream yesterday. Because the little guy was sick last week, and the wifey was sick last week, and I'm like, I know I'm gonna get it. I'm like, hopefully I get it. If I do get it, I get it before I leave for 3D Printopia on Friday. But I woke up and I'm like, I feel fine. And then today, during the middle of the day, I started sniffling, so I took some I took some medicine. And then it went away, and now I feel fine. And it's just like Advil cold and silent. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm sick or not. Also, I smell like fish, because I went fishing just before stream. I caught a fish. I went fishing with the little guy, and I caught a crappie. I caught a crappie. I caught a fish. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know how the stream's gonna go tonight. I don't think it's allergies. I don't have allergies. I've been tested, because my brother had some allergies for a bunch of stuff when he was a kid, so we all got tested, and I'm technically not allergic to, like, anything. So I don't have allergies. I'm really thirsty, though. So how's everyone doing today? Today's live stream should be, if all goes well, a little bit of configuring and printing and chilling. If all goes bad, that plus swearing. So we're gonna continue on with this. We didn't get it to the state I was happy with last stream. So I've got some replacement parts. We have a checklist of things we've got to knock out. And the first thing is the extruder. There's some configuration stuff. Apparently Siboor does actually have some of the stuff I was looking for yesterday on their documents. It's just I was looking in the wrong spot. So let me pull up their thing here, assembly guide. So I was like, oh, we're running into issues with, like, the motors are running way too hot. We don't have a slicer profile. I was like, it's kind of like everything was going really good on this, and then we got to the end and it was like, go, be free, have fun. And it's like, no, we still need stuff to do. So I was looking at their guide here, and I'm like, I'm looking in tuning guides, because we're done the build, right? No, we got to go back to the build. The build has the first print and slicer setup and all that stuff here. Okay, so the build has it. I was in tuning guide, and I'm like, I just see, like, belt calibration and resonance. Like, where's this? No, it's under the build part. So we'll go back to that. But first things first, do you want to win some filament from Polymaker? Because every stream we give away a spool of Polymaker filament. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance. We'll do the draw at the end of stream. What time is that? 11 o'clock, and maybe sooner, maybe later. I don't know. Yeah, these are the annex panel clips. They're not the greatest for the clacky doors, because they don't really, you can't do the corners. You can't see, but it's on this side. The hinge blocks it. But yeah, there's that. So we're gonna start with the extruder, because that was, like, the thing that gave me the most headache. So I'm gonna have to actually plug this in to drop the bed first, and then we can start ripping and tearing. Because we had some issues. The extruder on this was, it was caught slipping, essentially. The extruder on this was slipping pretty bad. Are you on? No, you're on. So what I've done is, I don't know if these are legit Bondtech gears, but I've got an extra set of Bondtech gears here that I will swap in. These might be legit. I don't know. These are out of an M4 extruder. I just went downstairs and ripped apart an M4 extruder that I had kicking around. Oh, there goes another part. I took apart an M4 extruder, and I just took the gears out of it. Because, yeah, there's not right. Something ain't right. So let's get this door off. The fact that you could take the doors off on these hinges is, like, why was that never, like, smart? Okay, move, home, home all. It moves with authority. Okay, now I need to Z down. Move out of range, Z up. That's right. I love rapids. I love rapid Zs. And now, you know what? I'm gonna unload the filament. I forgot. So this hasn't been touched. This machine has not moved since yesterday. We did our thing, and then I'm like, we'll continue tomorrow. So I haven't touched it since yesterday. Simple as that. I figure that's a good start point, is we'll just continue exactly where we left off. So the first thing we're gonna do is get at the extruder. So we're gonna get at the extruder, get it out of the machine, and then take a look and see if there's anything noticeable wrong with the components that came with it, if it's an assembly issue, if it's a printed part issue, if it's a component issue, and then we'll go from there. I'm hoping it's just like, oh, the spur gear that came with the kit was kind of crappy and we just swap it out and we move on with our life. I'm really hoping I don't have to reprint anything, because if we have to reprint parts, that's a big thing. So let's get you out of here. So, yeah. Wow, this is. That's that. So, yoink. So we have that. Okay, put you on the ground before I lose you. Okay, and now we turn the extruder off. Okay. Hey y'all. Hey, PF Dennis, how you doing? How you doing? And then also we are going to swap the nozzle out to a 0.4 millimeter. Right now the nozzle in here is a 0.6. I think we're going to go to 0.4. Honestly, I wish we had 0.5s. I wish more people made 0.5s. But alas, poor York, 0.4 it is. So I've got some extra 0.4 nozzles from the Pantheon that I'm just going to throw in here. Simple as that. It's good enough for Pantheon. It's good enough for this. So we're waiting for that to cool down a bit. Let the fans go. Actually, what I will do... Oop, nope, home. More. Fan. Nope. On and fan, skirt fan, driver fan. Okay, all my fans are on, except for that fan. Okay, whatever. Turn the printer off. Okay. So we got to get at this extruder. So now we rip and tear. This week I have to go back and watch later. All we did was put it together. You didn't really miss a whole lot. Remember, this week there will be a stream Tuesday. That is the only guaranteed stream this week, because Friday I will be driving to 3D Printopia / East Coast Rep Fest. So I'm going to be making that commute on Friday. So obviously no regular Friday stream. There will be a stream at the event, but I don't know when. It'll just the Friday, the Saturday, or the Sunday, one of the 2 days. Probably the Saturday, maybe the Sunday. Depends how busy it is. I'm supposed to be getting a Death Racer kit from Big Tree Tech. Big Tree Tech is making Death Racer kits. They said they are sending me one. I'm hoping it shows up soon. If it does show up, I'll probably do a stream to build that as well. So if it shows up in time, we'll do it on like Tuesday. I should probably start printing parts for it, actually, now that I think about it. Oh, shoot, I forgot you're plugged in. There we go. Oh, that is annoying. Oh. I probably should have taken a picture of which one of these was what. because there's these are just 4 individual wires. They're not in a thing. Okay, well, yeah, I forgot the LEDs are just, they're just 4 separate wires. Okay, anyways, so that's that. Let's get these off. Let's get this panel, or actually open you up. Now, how's the easiest way to do this? Oh man, this is, okay, don't forget, that's hot. Okay, so I'm trying to think of what the easiest, so if I need to get the extruder out. Okay, so if I take you out and let you hang back here, if I take the controller board off, I think I can just take the extruder off. So let's unplug you. Okay, so unplug you. Random question, seen Jason from LDO in chat lately? He pops in when he pops in. He's East Coast or West Coast, so his timetables are different. What can you recommend first-time printer? Make sure you follow the manuals. My personal opinion, like if you're asking me what printer you should build whatever printer you want. But I more so recommend, if you're building a printer for the first time and you've never built a 3D printer before, to build one that has a large community and good documentation. Yes, you could YOLO it and do your very first 3D printer build and build like, what's a new open source printer that doesn't have a large community around it? You can build something, you can build whatever. But I highly recommend building something that has, well, a good amount of documentation and a community around it. Because that way, when something inevitably goes wrong, you have more of a fallback. Annex, I think, do they have documentation now? Have they gotten better with the documentation? Like, are they actually like good to go now? Okay, so we got our controller board out. I'm trying to like unhook as little as possible on this, because I'm not saying it's because I'm lazy, it's because I don't want to take it apart, because the more I take apart, the more I have to put back together. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna have to unhook that motor. Come on. Unplug the stepper motor. There we go. Stepper motor is unplugged. Okay. And then I think I have to, how do I undo you? I think you just pop out. Oh, wait, no, you are screwed in. You're screwed in, so I gotta unscrew you from the back. Let me take the side panel off. Come to me, panel. I shall remove you so that I can get inside of you. There we go. So this piezo, what? Still waiting to get your serial? Well, post it on the Discord. As for if there's a delay, you gotta talk to Sanity. Sanity's the one who handles most of the serials. I don't do serials. I used to. I used to do PIF too, but ain't nobody got time for that anymore, unfortunately. So you come out. Okay, so that is undone. You are undone. Put you on the bed. And now I think I am free. So now I can take the extruder out. Really hoping I didn't break any wires. So we're gonna figure out why you don't want to play nice. Why don't you want to play nice? So we have our extruder here. Turn my overhead camera on. So for people that are like, oh, it's a legit Bondtech, I don't think legit Bondtechs have a white gear. That's not gear. So let's take a looky here, because I'm hoping it is more an issue with the I'm hoping the issue is more towards just that gear itself than the actual gearing. But what I'm going to do is, just to play it safe, I'm going to replace everything, because I know that the gears that I took out of the M4 extruder worked because I had them installed in my switch wire. So what's the easiest way to tear this down? Well, I guess just rip it all apart, right? Red is BMG. Is it? Is it? I've never seen red BMG gears. And I've bought legit BMG gears in the past. So what's the deal with that? Because I've bought BMG gears in the past, like the BMG gear kits, and they've always been white, not red. So unless are they different? Did they change the color? Red makes it go faster. Red is knockoff, readily available on AliExpress. Yeah. Okay, Siboor says BMG, but are they saying, okay, they're saying BMG as in the type of gear, not BMG manufactured. BMG is the gear. Are they Bondtech BMG gear? So that is the question. Because these I bought from Bondtech. So I'm pretty sure they are BMG gears, but they're not Bondtech BMGs. They're random AliExpress ones, which concerns me. So that's what I'm thinking is our problem. Oh yeah, these. Oh, okay. I don't know if you could see this. Let me. I don't like this. See how these are? No. Daddy don't like. Daddy don't like. 1 second here. Why not have? No, they're not missing bearings. They're. They're flexy AF. Like they're mushy. It's mushy. It's hard to say. These feel a lot more rigid. Okay. Now how do these gears look? Yeah, I'm replacing the whole thing. I'm replacing the whole thing. We're gonna replace the whole thing. Yeah, we're gonna replace the whole thing. Replace the whole stack. Better be safe. Yeah, the thing is, I don't know if these are nylon. Yeah, I don't like the meshing of them. Okay. Ooh, this has a bearing stuck to it. 1 second here. Hey, let's get this gear off. Sizing is right. You know what I'm gonna do? Instead of trying, or yeah, this. That bearing's gone. Are you sticking out? You are. Okay, so I gotta move that. I gotta drift that. 1 second here. Okay, so if you go like that, I gotta drift you down. So the easiest way to do that is with a socket. Socket to me. That'll work. There we go. There we go. Okay, that actually meshes good now. Okay, now we got proper meshing. And what I'm gonna do, I don't know if you're supposed to. Just dabble, do ya? Just a dabble, do ya? There we go. Oh yeah, that's so much. That feels so much better. That feels so much better. Okay. So much better. Okay, so now I gotta put this all back together. So I'm hoping I can be lazy and just drop you all back together. Am I not changing the idler? We haven't got to the, oh wait, no, yeah, I gotta do the idler. Take the idler out 1 second here. Which it's actually gonna be easier to do this with this out anyways, because I gotta line up the gear. Line up the feed gear. Pizza's here. I'd go for some pizza. I haven't had dinner yet. So yeah, I can go for some pizza. Oh, that lines up perfectly, actually. Okay, so let's see here. Line this up. So what you need to, the easiest way to line up this, by the way, just get a piece of filament. Put a piece of filament in. Just make sure it's lined up. There we go. go. And this is our scuff idler. So we're gonna, it's the easiest way to pop this out. And this is the Bondtech one. At least I think it's Bondtech. I don't know. It does have some hours on it, but I'd rather one that has hours on it that I think is good. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap the bearings. I'm going to swap the bearings. Oh yeah, these bearings are old. And then what you do is you just put a little bit of grease in the bearing, put your finger on it, and push it in. There we go. And try not to get grease on the actual feed gear itself. If you get grease on the actual gears, not too bad, but you don't want grease on the actual, like, where it feeds from. Otherwise, you're gonna have a bad time. Okay. You do have a bit of float there, so we're good there. Put that in there. Big long screw. Actually, where'd that screw go? Are you it? No. Where'd I put the screw? Oh, there it is. There we go. Lock that down. There we go. Okay, and now we just make sure everything, oh, random screw fell out. Where did you come from? I don't know where. We shall find out. But I think we're good there. Yeah, I think we're good. There we go. So everything's tight properly. Is the Prusa Mini Plus or just a Mini? I wouldn't pay 500 for a Mini. 400, no. Prusa Mini, honestly, as much as I like the Prusa Mini, I think it's a cute little machine. Unless you're like a school or business or something, like it's, get an A1. As much as I love me Prusas, let's be real. The Mini has been, it's in dire need of a revision. Like we're on the i3 Mark IV S, and the Prusa Mini has been the Prusa Mini. They need to update the Prusa Mini. The Mini needs a little bit of loving. Okay, now we got to put this all back together. Yay! Okay, so all these wires come up through there. You go on here. And I think it's these guys hold you in. Yeah, let's balance the extruder on something while I just kind of eyeball it. There we go. Oh, here, let me move it so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. How many people do we even have here? I don't even know how many people are watching the stream right now. 210. Any of y'all have anything better to do on a Saturday night? I mean, I don't. I'm here. At least this way you can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay. So now you go over top. You go under. Oh, don't pull the wires. Don't pull the wires. Okay, open the hatch. Okay. You get up in there. Do 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 do. Mana mana. Mana mana. There we go. Okay, you go there. You go there. Okay. That's that. Open the hatch up. Now we can put our controller board back on this, which is the right way to do this. You go like this. Okay. Oh my God, there's a million flipping wires. Okay, let's unplug some of this. Let's unplug some of this. Yar. There we go. I don't know why I've been saying yar lately. Why am I saying yar lately? There we go. Trying to be a pirate, yar. Okay. Talk like a pirate, Dave? Really? I missed that? Yar. Oop. Oh no, I'm pinching that wire. Shoot, 1 second here. Okay, what is going on? You go like that. You go like that. Note to self, it's a lot easier to do this right the first time instead of having to take it apart and put it back together. Just a heads up. Okay. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. So now, all these guys? Okay. So you got them all through here. It's all 4 of you. And I screwed up. Because I got to move that apart so I can pull these out. And actually, what I need is a step stool so I can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, up to Daisy. You gotta move. So, loosen this. Loosen that. And pull those through there. Push that down. I love how, like, when you're building it, it's like, be very careful with the PCB. You don't want to accidentally touch anything because you might, you know, cause issues with the thingamabobber when it comes to the whatchamacallit in terms of thingamajigs and just the PCB health. Meanwhile, here I am just like, you know, YOLO, jam it in. Okay, so you get plugged back in. So those are good. Stepper motor is what? PT100 good? Yep, PT100 is good. You gotta go. Where do you go? Up top here. Shoot. Which one is this? Shoot. What is the black and yellow one? What was the black and yellow one again? I've got, shoot, what is the black and yellow one? I think that's an end stop. So that's an end stop. So which one was that? Let me pull up the manual again so I know which one goes in where. Assembly manual. There we go. Okay. It is that one. Okay. It is that one. There we go. Okay. And now we got to figure out what to do with you. You can just live like that. There we go. Okay. So that's that. That's that. You can live there. There we go. Okay. This is so much fun. Would your conclusion be if one really wants a CNC, get the CNC parts and rest from somewhere else? It's up to you. Like, the advantage of, if you self-source, so if you're fully self-sourcing, you're gonna be paying more, unfortunately. It kind of is what it is, unfortunately, nowadays. Back in the old days, it was actually pretty good to self-source a Voron, but prices have come down on kits. Kits used to cost more, used to be shittier. Kits are better now and are less shitty. So, yeah, so the downside would be if you buy a kit and then replace a bunch of the parts with CNC parts, you're gonna be buying some stuff twice, which isn't really that good. So what you may wanna do is you're honestly probably better off just buying a kit like this that comes with everything. If it comes with everything, and it just comes with everything. Oh wait, no, I didn't put this on right at all. 1 second. What's this? Well, that screw went on an adventure. Got this plugs into there. There we go. There. That is too short. I need a short screws. I grabbed the wrong screws for that. Short screws, short screws, short screws. Short screws. Short screws. You go there. You come out. But here's the thing, again, always take what the guy on the internet says with a grain of salt. You need to make your own decisions with your purchases. You can take what I say as some, like, you know, an opinion and a data point, but you should always be taking your own factors into account, especially when you're buying something as, you know, expensive as a several $1,000 kit for a 3D printer. These can get pricey quick. You don't want to waste your money buy something you really didn't need. But if you do buy something that you didn't need, make sure you use my affiliate link in the description. I'm gonna shill, I might as well get paid, right? Okay, so now I need to figure out which colors go where. Oh, here we go. No, zoom in. No, zoom in, open image in a new tab. There we go. Okay, so black, white, yellow, red. Black, white, yellow, red. Yeah, from the outside in, black, white, yellow, red. Oh my, this is so annoying. Black. Like, I know why they did this, but black. Pink. Yellow. My digits is a fat finger in it. Red. Damn it, get your fat thing. There we go, okay. Okay. Now, this just kind of all goes in here. Why aren't you going in? Engage with your thingy. Can I get the pins to line up? Well, it went click. So either I just broke everything or it connected. We'll find out if we get smoke. If it works and we don't get smoke, hey, we did it right. If we get smoke, well, we did it wrong. At the end of the day, it's content, right? Printer's gonna go burr today, hopefully. Well, to be fair, it went burr yesterday, but we had some issues with it. So we're going through the troubleshooting steps. And by troubleshooting steps, I mean I'm replacing stuff that I think might be poopy. It's 24 volt. 24 volt. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so that's all back online. What I'm gonna do right now is take the sock off. So I had a bunch of people telling me I should hot tighten the screws. So what I'm gonna do is hot tighten the screws with the sock off, and then I'm gonna swap the nozzle with the sock off, with it on. Okay. So now, we jam all that in there. Okay, and then we close this. I will say I do like how the LDO kits come with a little shoulder bolt for the little nub in there so you don't lose it. Okay, we're online. Let's turn this on and see what we get now. I will worry about the panels if what we did actually worked. Okay, we don't have smoke, so that's good. And I got lights, so that's good. Oh, it's turning on. Okay, we're good, I think. We'll find out in a second. Why did the channel change the name? Because I wanted to change the name of the channel. This, I think, is better for branding. I didn't like... That's like... I know it's a thing in YouTube where you name your channel your name, but I don't like using my real... Like, I don't mind using my real name. Hi, my name is Taylor. You don't need to know my last name, but hi, my name is Taylor. But like Nero 3D, that's like my StarCraft Brood War account. Like, it's just my generic online name that I use for everything online since forever. That was never, I never wanted that to be the channel name. That just happened to be the channel name when I started doing YouTube stuff, and it became a thing. So we're live. Everything's heated up, so move, home, home all. I can't remember if Pantheon gave me a nozzle wrench. I think they did. I don't know where I put it. I have my little clicky nozzle wrench, and I don't know where I put it. It's like I've had this thing since frickin' forever. Oop, don't step on the Prusa. And I don't know where I put it. My little ratcheting nozzle wrench that I use for everything, that I've literally had for like 50 years. And by 50 years, I mean like 2 weeks. Okay, whatever. Let's move the Z down. Don't crash. There we go. Okay. Put it over here? I don't think I put it over here. Yeah, it's not over here. Oh, there it is. Aha, a nozzle wrench. Let's swap this guy. Oh, there's a goob of filament. It's still stuck in there. Okay, well, whatever. And I figure if a nozzle is good enough for Pantheon, it's good enough for this. They're just Fetus nozzles. Well, we might have a problem here because there's leftover filament up in there. I don't know if I can get it out. Oh well, find out in a second. Okay, I have a Siboor 2.4 kit waiting to be put together. I'm working on a 2. Nice. Yeah, there's filament in there. I gotta heat this up. 1 second here. Home. Temperature, extruder, 240. I don't think I removed all the filament. There's like a glob, so I'm just gonna melt it and jam this up in there with the melted filament. The kit came with a 0.4. Came with a 0.4 that wasn't hardened. I kind of want all my or not all my machines. I want some of my machines to I want more machines to have hardened nozzles. For the type of printing I've been doing a bit of lately, I want more machines with hardened nozzles. And these aren't the ones I wanted to use, actually. Where did I... you know what? You know what I know has a good nozzle in it? The spare extruder. Wow, they actually torque these. Oh, Jesus Christ. Pantheon don't mess around. One thing I learned from hanging out with Pantheon is torque the shit out of everything properly. We tend to not tighten stuff enough in at-home 3DP land. I've kind of come to realize. There's that glob of filament. We need to tighten stuff more. Ooh, wow, that dumps heat into it quick. There we go. So I am gonna have to redo my nozzle offset, but there we go. If you're wondering, this is a 2.5 Newton meter, I think, wrench. Make sure these guys are tight. Really don't like having to try and line up this hole. There we go. There we go. Okay. So that is that. Let's load some filament in here and see if it feeds, or see how well it feeds now. Because before we were having issues with it not feeding well. So hopefully it feeds well now. So load you in here. You know what? We're not going to use this. I'm just going to use, let me get a good, there we go. I don't want to use that. That's a silk. It's not a silk, but it's a gold ABS, which means it's kind of silky. I'm just going to use generic red ABS, Polylite red ABS. I think use a generic red ABS and call it a day. I think that's a better test instead of using something a little bit more funky. Plus, this is wet as shit, and this will be dry. There we go. There we go. There we go. Snip, snip. There we go. And now, view down the tube of filament going into the hole. I'm gonna have to replace this tube though, because this tube is not whatchamacallit. It's 2 mil ID, not 3 mil ID. I don't like that in I don't like that. What is the IP address of this machine? History. There we go. Too much drag, yeah. Too much drag, essentially. Okay, so we'll run you at 260. So we know the plastic's coming out. So now, extrude 50 millimeters at 5 millimeters second extrude. Oh yeah, now it's grabbing it. Oh yeah, now it's feeding right. Now it's actually feeding the filament. Before I could stall it by pinching it, and now it's just ripping it through my finger. So yeah, we're good there. We're good there. Okay, we are good there. Okay, so now we turn that off. We are good now. We are good now. That is so much better of an extruder. That is so much healthier. There we go. Okay. So that is that now. I will turn that off. That's that. Okay. Retract 5. Retract. There we go. That is so much healthier. Okay, so issue 1 is done. Okay, so issue 1 is corrected. Now, you feel like an old fart here. Turbo for 43 months. Jeez. That is so long. Who are all you people? Was just the BMG gears? They're not, yeah, they're not Bondtech gears. I don't know. Okay, so for the record, I don't know if it's the red gear. It's supposed to be nylon, but I don't think this is nylon. It's, yeah, it might be nylon. It just, I don't know. These gears feel mushy. I much prefer the solid gears. Don't want metal gears because then we get a snake in the room. But it didn't feel healthy before. It didn't feel healthy. Now I think we're good. Now I think we're good. So I think we're okay now. Let me home all quickly here. Make sure nothing is catching. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now we gotta put the sock back on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay. Who the frick is this guy? Where's Nero 3DP? The channel hasn't been Nero 3DP in a while. The channel hasn't been Nero 3DP in a while. It's been Canuck Creator. It's been, for those that don't know, the channel has been Canuck Creator for the whole year. Like, it's been gradually switching stuff over in case you haven't noticed. But now it's like, it's all on Canuck Creator. So like, I started changing stuff before Rocky Mountain. That's why I did it slowly, because if you go overnight, everyone leaves. Which, I'll be honest, I did take a hit, but it is what it is. So let's actually go through and do what they did. Always be Nero. Here's the funny thing. I'm okay with that. Nero is my online name. And it's, by the way, for those wondering, it has nothing to do with the Roman Emperor. It's Nero burning software. If you know, you know. Because I needed an online name to sign up for like MSN Hotmail or StarCraft Brute. I can't remember what it was, but I needed like an online name because we were told as kids not to use your real name online. And our home computer had Nero burning ROM on it. And I thought Nero sounded cool. So if you're wondering where Nero comes from, it's literally from that. What snakes? You seriously didn't get the Metal Gear Solid reference? Anyways, I know the program is named after Nero because Nero burned down Rome. So burning software, Nero burned Rome, ha ha ha, burning ROM, get it, ha ha. But I didn't know that at the time because I was like 12. So that's what the online name is from. So that is my online name. I just didn't like it as the name of the channel. Because when it comes to like branding and name recognition, Nero 3D doesn't tell you. Well, Nero 3D wasn't too bad, but it's still like you want to know the straw that broke the camel's back? Talking to a CEO of a several $100 million company at Rapid and telling him my channel name. That's what got me. I was fine with it. And then I talked to a CEO of a major additive company at Rapid last year, and I was like, oh, my channel's name's Nero 3D, and they're like, the look in his face, he could tell everything shifted, and I'm like, oh yeah, that you probably didn't take that well. yes, I know it's not something I should be upset about, but that just like, I'm like, I don't like that. So anyways, so we did that. So we did that. Revised. Okay, so remove the save config section at the end. The previous. Oh, 9/21. That's today. Hey, remember all the issues we had on Tuesday with the config? Hey, guess what? They fixed it. There we go. So there you go. Remove the save config section at the end in the previous configuration due to formatting issues. The newly saved calibration data did not apply. Hey, good job, Siboor. They followed up. Yeah, good job, Siboor. So we've done that. We've done that. Everything's talking now, so we're all good there. No, it's not. It's yesterday. No. It's the 21st. 21st of September. Do you remember the 21st of September? Like, come on. They wrote a song about it. Anyways. Okay, so we've done the UUID stuff. So that's all there. Okay, initial startup checks. Someone was watching the stream. Yeah, I'll be honest, Siboor, like my interactions with Siboor have been pretty good. I've had pretty good, like, they've been curt. I'm not a talkative guy. I'm not a huge fan, especially when it comes to like selling stuff. It's just like, you want me to build the printer for you? Okay, I'll build the printer for you on the stream. Cool, send me the printer. I don't, for those that have worked with me or have sent like business stuff with me, I'm not wordy, but they've been good to work with. Put it this way, there's been some companies I won't work with again. Right now, we're okay with Siboor. I'm in a good spot with my opinion of Siboor. Verify temperature, so we did that. Verify heaters, nozzle probing, check motor operation. So we've done that. Well, I didn't do stepper buzz, but we know it's homing correctly because it doesn't crash. How do you know the printer homes correctly? It doesn't crash. Look at Siboor. Okay, if you're looking to build a Voron using CNC parts, buy once, cry once. Okay, XY end stop check. So we've done all that. Homing check. So everything was good there. Check fan. Okay, note, if you're from the first batch of pre-sales or if your shipment was before August 29th, I think that's mine, please update your configuration. Copy the following settings and override to the fan. Okay. So this all goes in the fan section, I believe. So let's see here. So where is the fan section? Heated bed, cartographer, fans. Okay, so is this the same as mine? So fans, heated bed, hot end fan. You know what? I'm just gonna replace it all. I'm just gonna replace it all. You know, I think it's the same. I'm just gonna replace it all. To add the following code to the cancel print and to the, okay, so G code macro cancel print. What is this, your other code? What is this? Oh. To turn off specific fans when the print is canceled, you can add, oh, I see. Oh, this is cool. So you add this to cancel print macro. Oh, it does have this. Set fan 0. Is that right? Yeah, okay, so we have that. Okay, so that's that. This will ensure fan 0, 2, and 3 are turned off when the print is canceled. Okay. Where's print end? Where's print end? Is there no print end macro? Where's print n? Oh, there's print n. Print n, and there's that. Okay, we're good there. Okay, this will ensure that, okay. So identify all the fans inside the machine and check if they are configured to the pins. Okay, so we got hot end fan, controller fan, part cooling fan, auxiliary fan, So that's the blower. So that's PA0. So do we have PA0 in here? Generic fan 2, auxiliary part cooling fan. Okay, PA0, okay. Auxiliary part cooling fan is PA0. Fume pack, PF7. F7. Generic fan 3. Yeah, no, they're there. They're there. Okay, so those are set up. Okay, so there's fume pack, part cooling, okay. Check hot end fan, we've done that. Check controller fan. Okay, so heat the bed above 50 and check if the controller fan starts rotating. Okay, I can do that. Save and restart. So what I gotta do is home all. Okay, drop that, 1, 2, 3. And we'll heat the bed up to 55. We're gonna heat the bed up to 55. And then I'll poke my head under here to make sure the fan's on. 55, 7, 22. There's like, I'm waiting for the boomers in the audience to be like, hey, I remember that. These are not engaged at all. I don't think those fans are running. If they're running, they are running quiet. They are not spinning at all. Controller fans are not on. Why are the controller fans not on? Controller fans are not on. Where are the controller fans? Controller fans are PF9. PF9. Skirt fan, fan 2, cycle time, PF9. Why are you not engaging? I can't get you out. I have the bed up 1 second here. Dashboard. Oh, nope, not down, up. There we go. There we go. Okay, get you out. Okay, so why aren't you spinning? They're not engaged. They are linked to heater bed. Yeah, and the bed's on. Check on fan, check controller. Heat the bed to 50 and check the controller fan. When you stop heating and the temperature drops below, the fan will turn off. Are the controller fans skirt fans? Neither of them are on. Neither of them are on. They're not blowers. Okay, so we have, so fan 2, which board is this? Okay, what is on? I'm getting a flashing LED. I'm getting an LED flashing. That's 1. Why aren't these engaged? Something ain't right here. Something ain't right here. Siboor, 24 volts. Something ain't right here. Something is not right here. Oh what am I doing? What am I doing? Open image and new tab. No, the jumpers are in. That's the first thing I checked. Yeah, I got the 3 jumpers there. Driver fan is, so that's fan 0, fan 1, fan 2, right? BTT Manta M8P. You know. Yep, so that is... Wait. No, this is a different... No! Wait. VE0... Oh, fan 2 is PC12. Why is it saying PF9? Is this a Manta MAP? What is this board? What is this controller board? Manta V2. M8P V2. Oh, this is V1.1. 1 second. Manta V2.0. There we go. I know, I'm just double checking. I'm just double checking everything here. More pages. Give me my pinout. Give me my pinout. Okay, so we got fan 0. So fan 2 is PF6. And we have in here PF9. And that's fan 2. Yeah, so skirt fan, hot end fan, driver fan is PF8. So that's fan pin, fan 2. Which one's PF8? PF8 is fan 3. There's nothing in fan 3. I've only got 1, 2, 3. Okay, so yeah, the pins aren't right. The pins aren't right. The pins are not right. Because this is PF796. So fan 0 is PF7. So on this, fan 0 is exhaust fan. Right? Because that comes down and comes around. So that's exhaust fan. So that's PF6. Which is actually PF7. So so exhaust fan, or is exhaust fan? Generic fan. Cooling exhaust, so that's PF7, so that's correct. So generic fan 3 is PF7, okay. Controller fan is number 2. So where is controller fan? Driver controller fan. There's the driver cooling fan, skirt fan. So that's PF9, which according to this is PF9. Okay, that is correct. And then fan 2 is driver fan, which is PF8. But on this, it's PF6. So this should be PF6 on driver fan. So that should be PF6. This is a V2. This is a Manta V2. See, V2, and the board is V2. So that's PF6. So then it was PF8 before. So then is there a PF8 anywhere? PF8. There is no PF8. Okay, so that's that. So save and restart. Oh, I heard a fan ramp up for a second there. No, we're still not. Something's engaged. Make sure these aren't too tight and they, no, those. Oh, wait. 1 second here. Nope, there. Nope, that's not it. Okay, the light's lit up, but nothing's going. The light is lit up, but nothing's spinning. And I don't like this. Like, I'm not getting fan spin. I'm not getting fan spin. The bed is 55. Okay, so fan 0. Where are you? I'm getting nothing on fan 0. Fan 0, I'm getting no spin on anything, fan 0. Okay, that's the blower. So number 3 is the blower. No, number 2 is the blower. Okay, so then what's 3? Okay, number 3 is my side fans, my skirt fans. They shouldn't be blown, they're brand new. Like the LED is turning on. Machine. Fan 3, generic fan 3, PF7. Which according to this, PF7 is fan 0. So that one works. So skirt fans work. So generic fan, wait. What the fuck? Exhaust fan, PF7. PF7. Exhaust pack, PF7. Did I plug it into the wrong one? I think I plugged it into the wrong one. So if I got a, dashboard, fan 3. Okay, so that's supposed to be, okay. So, I think those are plugged. Can you hot swap? Oh no, if they're off, you can just turn them off. So if I turn you off, let's see here. Okay, I gotta wait for that to drop under 50. Fan 0 is part cooling. Well, I know that. These fans work. The ones up here work. It's the shades fan, this fan, and the exhaust fan that's not working the way you're expecting them to. What is that little jumper there? Yeah, I've got that little jumper there. No, they are all pinned right. Like looking at the wires, the red's on the left and the black's on the white. So controller fan is PF7 or fan 3. Okay, so if I turn on fan 3, so fan 0 off. Okay, I don't know what fan 0 is. This is so confusing right now. So fan 3 is that guy. Machine, printer.cfg, PF7. So fan 3 is PF7, which according to this is PF7, which is 0, which is fan 0, not fan 3. God, this is fucking atrocious. Okay, which is that. So fan 2 is auxiliary part cooling blower, which that is PA0, yeah. Okay, so I gotta swap these two. right? I gotta swap these two. If I unplug you, plug you in here, and plug you in there. Okay, so the controller fans have kicked in, but those are not the controller fans I want to kick in. And they're loud as shit. Because, okay, so now if I turn fan 3 on, now the exhaust blower kicks on. Okay, so that's the exhaust. That's that. So as soon as this drops under 50, these two should turn off. So now we need to wait for that to turn off. And then I just need to figure out why I'm not getting the driver fan to heat up. Because the driver one is plugged in to PF6. I can guarantee it. The drivers are plugged into PF6. That I can guarantee because I'm looking at it right now. So if we go here, so PF6. Okay, so those ones are working. Okay, good. So PF6 is that. So that's the controller driver fan. So what turns this on? When stepper X is enabled. Okay. So save and restart all of this. Let's save and restart all of this. Home, all. That's what it is. Okay. 1 second. It's caught. It's jammed. Something's jamming it. Okay, that's what's causing this. That's what's causing the issue. It's stuck on the grill. The fan is stuck on the grill. Are we good? Okay, 1 second here. The fan is stuck on the grill. That's what this issue is. The fan was stuck on the grill and wasn't spinning. That's why. Okay, so let me take these out. Let me turn the printer off because the last thing I want to do is a screw to fall and short everything. Okay. So I'm going to back every screw off 1 full turn. Okay. Put you back on there. There we go. That should be better now. No problems in the last one. It is what it is. The jumper, oh yeah, for the controller fans to make them quiet, just run them at 12 volt. I mean, I was gonna run them at 50% power in the config. Okay, unable to get printer info from Moonraker. Move, home, home all. Just a bit of wrath. There we go. Now they're running. Okay, now we're good. So that's that. So now everything should be good. So if that heats up. Who told me that jumper trick? Let's try that jumper trick. So that's that. That's that. Okay, so that's that. We're gonna run this at 12 volt. Quiet them down. There we go. I think the middle one's 12 volt. So now if I tell the bed to heat up to 55, yeah, those fans are a lot quieter. Okay, I think we're good. I think that's all good under the hood. We be good in the hood, proverbially. So now I can put this back on. There we go. Okay, so that is that. We're good there. Okay, let's turn all this off now. Turn you off, all that off. Okay, so that is all there. Okay, lick it. Okay. Check other fans. PID that, we've done the PIDs. Cartographer, we've calibrated that. Z tilt, we've already done that. Setting Z offset bed mesh, but we're gonna have to redo bed mesh. I'll just live adjust it. Next step. There was nothing in here about syncing the XY motors. Did somebody was saying last stream we have to sync the motors, and I don't see anything in here about it. Calibrate belts. Filament tuning, maintenance guide. Yeah, there's nothing in here about syncing the belts. You should. Well, I know I should. I'm trying to follow their manual here. There's a sync buttons motor and mainsail. Where? There's a sync motors button. I don't think these temperatures are accurate, by the way, for the stepper motors. But anyways, so let's check fans. Yeah, we've done the fans, calibrate, Z tilt, bed mesh, setting Z offset, extruder calibration, E steps. You shouldn't have to do that. I'm gonna leave them as they are for now. Yeah. You guys use the aux fan when printing ABS? No, no. Okay, so the next is slicer setup. So apparently there is a proper way to do this. So I will do this. So let's do this the proper way. If I can get Orca to not crash on me. Only 47 likes. Like the smash button. I give you free filament, or the chance to win free filament, and you don't like the smash button. What's going on? Voron Trident 300.4 nozzle. There we go. Okay. So, go back to the guide here. So, Orca Slicer is that. Download Orca Slicer. We have downloaded Orca Slicer. The kit comes pre-assembled with a 0.4 nozzle and includes a 0.6. You can switch between them just like the appropriate nozzle diameter in Orca. Okay, we got a 0.4 installed. Load bed shape texture model. Okay, so download this. So, confirm. Load bed shape texture and model. Okay. So, printable area. Set. I've never done this before, so load shape from, okay, custom, load shape from STL. So I gotta extract all. bed shape. I'm assuming it's this one. Okay. Texture. Load model. Okay. We're going to call this Siboor, or we're going to call quad XY trident. Okay. So that's that. So we've done that. Open auxiliary cooling fan. Okay. The auxiliary part cooling fan provides excellent cooling for low temperature English. But for high temperatures like that, it's really impact. Orca Slicer has pre-configured settings for different filaments, so no modifications are needed by default. Oh, okay. So auxiliary part cooling fan. Okay. So we enable that. Okay. Open fume pack. Select the filament you plan to use in filtration in the settings. So I'm not going to turn the fume pack on right now. Or actually, yeah, I will. So that would be under generic ABS, I'm assuming. Okay, so let's save this. Save. Quad XY. Okay. Close that. And then we go to VORON generic ABS. And for this, we enable aux cooling fan, exhaust fan. Okay, there you go. So auxiliary cooling fan, exhaust fan. Okay. Cooling fan, 70. And then enable aux fan. Right? And then 60, 80. Okay. Save. Okay. Physical printer. Okay, enter the physical IP address of the printer. Okay, so that's saved. Okay, so close that. Test. Okay. Now this should bring up that. Sweet. Okay. Is this the final? I'm hoping this is the final. Slice the 3D model. Okay. I think there's that. There's some. Okay. How do I sync the belts? How do I do quad XY syncing? What am I thinking about? That is the question. What am I thinking about? Ooh, I gotta ban somebody? No. Okay. Link something in Discord yesterday. Motor sync. Here we go. Okay. Welcome to all drive. Okay, what is this? The synchronization measuring the displacement oscillate. What is all of? Yeah, no, we're not going to do this. If it's not part, well, if I need to do it, I'll do it later. I'm going to run this as Siboor sent it. Simple as that. We're gonna run it as provided. Okay, so let's slice this. So I do want 3 skirts because we are going to have to live adjust the Z, I think. With 3 layers tall. We're going to print this in ABS, standard Voron, quality, 0.2.2, cool, 0.4 nozzle, slice. We've got filament in there. I got to put the panels back on. So let's do that. Oh, this is a side panel. Durr. I'm like, why is this not tall enough? Oh, wait. You guys watch me for the biggest brain on YouTube, right? The de facto authority on all things printable, right? Who am I going to see at 3D Printopia next week? Who's going to show up next week? 3D Printopia. Who's going? Put a 1 in chat if you're going to 3D Printopia. I want to bring something. I have no idea what to bring. I don't have a booth. That's the problem. Well, if I see you there, say hi. Unless I'm eating or already talking with somebody, please be courteous. I'm not saying it's awkward if I'm eating and somebody comes to say hi, but it's awkward if I'm eating and somebody comes to say hi, or I'm talking with somebody already. Am I missing a clip? I'm missing a clip. Oh, good thing I got a whole bunch of them. There we go. Okay, we are back in business, baby. Print. Upload and print. So we got 2 benchies. These are fully default speeds. Let's not do default speeds. Let's bump this baby up. Top surface I'll leave alone. Slow down for overhangs. Travels 500. Normal printing 10,000 acceleration. Outer walls we'll do 4,500. Inner walls 7,500. Bridge will leave. That will leave. That will leave. First layer 500 millimeters a second. That is, oh, that's travels, yeah. Or that's accelerations. Travels 10,000. Okay. And I don't think we have a flow rate. Where's flow rate? Oh, wait, no, that is in here, I believe. Oh, no, that's custom filaments. No, I want to adjust. There we go. Flow. Filament. 25. And we're going to go with 260. 260 seems okay. 105 on the bed. Yeah. That seems okay. Slice. I'm not jumping to super stupid YOLO speeds yet. I just kind of want to see where everything is at. Print. Upload and print. There we go. Oh wait, maybe it would help if I restarted the firmware. There we go. There we go. Print. So in case you haven't noticed, there are 2 little areas you cannot print in with this machine. Simple as that. Upload and print. No, it only glitches out if it's slicing a big file. Slicing a benchy is nothing, but if it's slicing something like, you know, something like this, then it wigs out. Okay, so now we're waiting for the bed to heat up. So as soon as this heats, okay, those are engaged. That's good. You're right, I did change the nozzle. I also changed all the slicer settings. I'm gonna do my live adjust Z to get the Z offset. I'm assuming the Z offset won't change too much, and I can just dial it in. That's why I'm doing a skirt, so I can quickly mash the up or down button. Safety squints. We shouldn't need safety squints. Shouldn't need safety squints. Hopefully. If we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. But we'll find out. Where's the fun unless you find out, right? Right? Right. Yeah, that's what the panels are for. By the way, this is why you don't buy good tools in the trade. The tips are filed down so I can fit into smaller areas. Welded a nut on the end, and these are just beat. See, here's the trick about bed engraving. Ready? The trick is you don't use the bed you plan on actually using until the printer's up and running. This is a textured bed. This is a sateen bed, and I'm a big fan of the sateen. So this will be going on after we do all the testing and make sure everything's good. Also, it just being a 300 spec build makes it easier too. Like any Voron bed will fit on this. What panels are these? These are the panels that came with the kit. The panel clips, though, I printed. These are the annex panel clips. It's sateen. No, not Satan. It's sateen. Okay, so what do we got now? What do we got now? Oh, that's what I need. That's what I need. Printers, Big Papa Joey P. Where can I steal a code from? Where can I steal a code from? .cfg. Bed. Bring me to the bed section. There we go. Where are you? Where are you? Wait, that doesn't have it. My lights are flickering. I need the, shoot. I gotta have one of my printers have to have the AWD maybe? Oh wait, that one's offline. Tallboy? Maybe Tallboy has it. Tallboy. So that's all heating up. Machine, CFG. Bed heater. PWM cycle time. There we go. Machine. CFG. Heater bed. PWM. Cycle time. There we go. I'm gonna have to deal with the lights flashing for now, but whatever. That is oozing gunk like a mofo. Oh, okay, here comes the filament. Here comes the filament. Oh, I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we're good on the flow. Although I think the filament might be wet. All my filament's wet. I flew too close to the sun. I used to be like, I never have to dry my filament. I've never had to dry my filament. My filament's always dry. When I was always downstairs in an air-conditioned room in a climate-controlled house. Now that I'm in a garage where right now it is 50% humidity and 32 degrees Celsius. Yeah, humidity's been a problem out here. There's a reason my filament dryer has been running nonstop. That looks pretty good to me. Can I just be lazy here? Oh yeah. There we go. One second. There we go. Okay, I'm back. That's actually looking a lot better now. I am running the motors at 1 amp. They come from the factory like 1.5 amp, like the current set for 1.5. I don't like running them hotter than I need to, so I dropped them to 1. If I'm happy with the speeds and feeds and we're not having issues, YOLO. What I do for the stepper motors being hot, I dropped them down to, from 1.5 to 1 amp. They can probably run hot. I was reading mid 60 Celsius for the temperature on them with my little laser thermometer. But they are on metal mounts, so they probably can take the heat pretty well. It's just, I don't like running things. I like margin of error. I like having a good safety margin. So if it doesn't need to run that hot, I don't run them that hot. But we'll see. But we shall see. Yes, I know they claim like 20K XL and crazy values, but they don't provide a profile for the machine. So we have to make the profile as we go. So. It's doing overhangs, that's why it's slowing down. Because the benchy when it does over the text. How many amps? RS3D, how many horsepowers does a car need? You need more data to give an answer for that question. Because I don't know how, it depends on how big the motion system is. Is it a 235 VZ-Bot or 500 rat rig? Is it pushing a very lightweight tool head with a Bowden? Or is it pushing, you know, a big chunk and mofo like the Pantheon uses? Like there is no answer for that question that's a one-word answer. I need more 300 Trident. I don't know, we'll find out. We're figuring it out right now. I'm thinking, put it this way, I'm running values that a normal Voron can do at like 0.8. So considering we have double the motors, I'm assuming it'll be okay with 1 amp. If this machine goes good, I want to put this machine right here, because this is going to go downstairs, because, yeah. Also, yes, it's going to shake. This bench is on wheels. So the exhaust fan isn't running. I don't know if the exhaust fan is supposed to be running. At least I don't think it's running. Oh, it is running. Is the exhaust fan running? I can't see. No. Yep. Shoot. We got a dead fan on the exhaust kit. Yeah, one of the fans isn't spinning. Yeah, I only have one of the fans is spinning on the exhaust kit. Yeah, only one of the fans is running on the Nevermore. I mean, it's not a huge deal. I really don't care. I normally don't run them to even begin with. But yeah. No, I can see the one spinning. The other one I can't, but the other one's like obscured by like everything too, so. Okay, I gotta keep this. Keep this, keep this, keep this. Keep the extra nozzle. It's like, oh yeah, I have an LGX here. I keep forgetting I have an LGX light. Is this an LGX light or a full-size LGX? This is the light. I think this is the light. So there we go. Let me see if I can find something here to put this on so we can actually watch this print. Ooh, ooh. Yeah. There we go. You get to see the reflections of everything, including chat. Hi, chat. How you doing? Do you prefer this view or do you prefer the, here, let's see if I can. There we go, that'll work. That's not as bad. That's not as bad. There we go. I mean, you can still see chat, but. enhance. Yeah, but now you can see my screen. So if I start, you know, looking at fun stuff on the internet, can't do that. Sunlu send you a gift pack there? No, I don't think so. I got a kit from LDO. I got an LDO Rook kit came in. We're gonna start printing stuff for that after. What kit is behind me? What do you mean what kit is behind me? There are no kits behind me. What do you mean what kit? This is the parts for this. This is what's left of this. I gotta throw all that out. A box of filament in the reflection. You're asking somebody who's a 3D printing YouTuber why there's a box of filament? It's just boxes of filament. This? It's a box of filament with parts in it for something. I don't know. You're looking too into it. What does it matter? The one to my left. What are you going on about? Reflecting off the front panel. What the? I have no idea what you're going on about. Like, it's getting annoying. I have no idea what you're going on about. The printer beside... Are you talking about the Pantheon? This isn't a kit. This is a Pantheon. Pantheon Design HS3. It's not a kit. This one. Oh! You're wondering what this printer is. You're wondering what this printer is? Is this right, Betsy? Okay, I have no idea what you're going on about. This, if you're wondering what this is, look at the video title in the description. But is it a kit? Betsy, please look at the video description of the stream if you want to know what this kit is. If you want to know what this kit is, please infer from the title of the stream and the links in the description, because those tell you the answer. Like, I mean, VORON TRIDENT CNC all-wheel drive, Siboor kit part 10. Cheers to Siboor for providing this kit for the series. It's the reason I quit drinking. I am out of liquor. Anywho, how's everyone doing today? Okay, it's printing a lot better than it did before. We're still getting some salmon skin though. We are getting some salmon skin on this. Let me bump up the temps a little bit because we are getting some salmon skin on this. That's kind of a dick move calling her out. I'm sorry somebody couldn't read the description of the video that they were watching. Like, I'm sorry. I don't walk into a McDonald's and go, what do you sell? I'm sorry. There's plenty of descriptors that tell you the information you seek. So, yeah. Steve's here? Where's Steve at? Hi, Steve. Hey, it's printing. I'm gonna do some. I'll let you in on a little secret when it comes to speed benchies. most printers can do benchies, speed benchies. They just look like poop. This can probably do a 15-minute benchy that looks kind of okay. It'll do a great benchy in 30. Under 15 minutes, you get a pile of poop that looks like a benchy. It's not realistic. Do you really need to print stuff at your 5-minute speed benchy profile? No? Okay. Speed benchies are a fun little trick, but they're not an actual thing that you properly measure printers with. We've done speed benchies on this channel years ago. We did speed benchies like 3 years ago on this channel when they were still new and cool. I mean, you ready? You ready? We're doing it. Where's my peak benching? Oh shit, did it fall? Oh yeah, it's down there. I ain't gonna find it. I mean, I got a Voron that'll do a benchy in PEC. A stock Voron that'll do a benchy in PEC. All I've done is got a high temp hot end on it and a bunch of insulation. But it's a stock Voron. An old Voron too, it's a V1.8. That does PEC. That impresses me more than any 5-minute speed benchy. So 247 printing 02. I know 247 printers move fast, but it's a highly modified V0. I've got like 5 V0s. I don't use them because those machines, that format isn't for me. Meanwhile, Betsy, an 89-year-old billionaire, decided not to donate to the streamer today. It is what it is. I mean, if your stipulation on your requirements to donate to a streamer is to spam them with a question that scrolling down will answer in the first line. Cocoa press speed bench, at least when it be a waste, you can eat it. This is true. I fired up the Cocoa press the other day to print some stuff. So, because I'm going to be doing a video on it in October. I'm hoping to do a benchy in 20 minutes and have the equivalent quality to an X1C. Any printer could do it. The X1C isn't anything special. It's an enclosed Core XY with NEMA 17s running at 24 volts. It doesn't use TMC drivers. It uses part spins from DJI drivers. But any enclosed Core XY machine with the right settings and the right tune on it can do as fast as a Bamboo. Functionally, a Bamboo is nothing special, or any of the other enclosed Core XYs. They're all functionally the same machine. They're just different formats with different firmwares and quality of life improvements. But at the end of the day, most modern printers can do high-speed printing reliably. And high-speed printing, in my opinion, is a sub 30-minute benchy that's actually usable. A profile that can do a benchy in under 30 minutes, and the profile is actually usable for other things other than speed benchies, in my opinion, is fast enough. So. The cool thing about Bamboo is the automatic calibration quality. You want to know something funny? I don't use my Bamboo anymore. I haven't used my Bamboo in ages. I mean, this hot end that E3D sent me, I'm probably going to put it in like V0. It's good, but I've said this before. Your opinion of a Bamboo comes from your background in 3D printing. If you're coming to a Bamboo from the world of clapped out enders, Bamboo is the best thing since sliced bread. Or you just want a printer that you buy and you just throw prints at it and it prints. It's great. But if you're coming at a Bamboo from somebody like me who's been dabbling with enclosed Core XYs for over half a decade, cool, that just does what I've been doing since 2018. It just, you can buy it instead of having to build it. So it depends. So. The Bamboo is more about the out of the box. Honestly, personally, between me and you, I prefer the out of the box experience on a Prusa than a Bamboo. You know why? Because the Prusa, at least I have more control over it to do things the way I want to do it. Whereas a Bamboo, you're stuck with the way they want you to do it. So for example, if I have a web interface, I can, tell it to go, they don't have consoles. That annoys me. The fact that I can't just go G0, X100, Y100, Z100, enter. And the machine will just go, whoop. On a Bamboo, if you want to move the bed down, you have to sit there and tap the screen like a Neanderthal. You can't just move it more than they tell you can move. Also maintenance. Oh my God, maintenance. My Bamboo X1 is like 2.5 years old now, and I've had to do maintenance on it. It sucks for maintenance. You have to like rip apart the entire machine to like replace a faulty bed wire, or just completely disassemble the tool head to swap out a controller board. Like it's not fun to work on if something goes wrong. So placing the carbon rods on the Bamboo is a chore. It's actually quite simple because you just throw out the carbon rods, because you throw out the entire X gantry assembly with the XY joints because they're epoxied in, because you can't replace the carbon rods. You have to replace the entire gantry for $80. And you have to disassemble the entire machine to do it. So. And use MMU. I have an MMU. Works fine. The amount of setup I couldn't do. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. The Bamboo is a fine machine, especially on the lower end. Like, let's be honest. If you're getting into 3D printing, an A1, don't get the mini. Don't get the mini. Get the full size. Get the A1, the actual full size A1. You could do a lot more with that. For what, $250, $299, whatever it is. Like that's your entry point for 3D printers, in my opinion. Unless you literally cannot afford anything other than the $99 Ender from Micro Center, start with a Bamboo A1. Like, there's no better entry point to 3D printing, especially if you just want to dip your toes in to see if it's something you're interested in. Then once you start like, okay, I want to spend anywhere from $500 to $1,000 on a printer, then okay, we got to start talking about stuff like, what do you need out of the printer? And then obviously if you're a hobbyist who likes building stuff and tinkering, well, then you're looking more at the open source designs like these, Vorons, than you are at an off-the-shelf machine. So, did Cheaty send me a Pro 4? Nope. I haven't heard from them, and I don't feel like reaching out to them for one. I've looked at their past two like fleets of machines, the X Plus series, and then the one before that, the XCF or whatever it was. They're okay machines, but here's the thing. They're not doing anything better than anyone else, cheaper than anyone else. In Canada, an A1 with AMS is $770. Really? A1 combo is $629 plus tax. Oh yeah, plus tax and shipping. Yeah, yeah, all in. Yeah. But I mean, like, by itself, the A1 is $439. Okay, actually, it is more expensive than I thought. Did they change the prices on these? Let's go to US. I'm so used to looking at the US price, yeah. So $339 for an A1. Let's see, what's the mini? Oh, it's $200. Oh. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the mini. I think the mini is too stripped down to get to that price point. I think the A1 will last you longer and have a better value in the long term. But that's just my opinion. Heated chamber on a V2 looks interesting on the Cheaty, but that's really only interest. And Nura, here's the question. Why do they need a chamber heater? Why do they need a chamber heater? That is the question you should be asking. Why do they need a chamber heater? Like, having a chamber heater is nice, but why do you need a chamber heater is the better question. Hopefully that doesn't fall over. I probably should have put some double-sided tape on it. Let's see how hot while this does have modifications to it, for all intents and purposes, this isn't anything different than a stock Voron, this machine right here. Yes, it has 2 extra motors in the enclosure, but it's got a standard Voron bed and a standard Voron tool head, and it does have the air recirculation. So let's let the little temperature thingy do its thing and see how hot it is in here. A lot of the time on commercial off-the-shelf machines, they have a chamber heater because their chambers are, for lack of a better word, useless. The Bamboo, for example, the E1, X1E or whatever it's called, has a chamber heater, which it needs because the stock enclosure has more holes in it than a chamber with a lot of holes in it, and it's very thin. It has a poop chute, so you leak air like crazy in a bamboo machine. So they have to put a chamber heater to dump more heat into the system to compensate for heat being lost out of the system. That doesn't need a chamber. You can get a chamber heater. By the way, for those wondering, Pantheon does have chamber heaters. You can get them. Mine just doesn't have one. I don't need it. But they do have them. A lot of the time, you don't need the chamber heater. It's a selling feature, and it looks good on paper to have a chamber heater, because it's like, oh, we can do ABS. We have a chamber heater. You can do ABS on a stock Prusa Mark III with a cardboard box on it. You don't need anything crazy for ABS. Could you use the chamber temp reading clipper? You could. You could. Bed is 300, 350 versus 305, so standard Voron plates won't fit if you keep the bed retainers. Oh, I'll just rip the bed retainers off. I mean, I'm going to be putting the sateen bed on it eventually, so. Yeah, the X-Smart 3's printing ABS ASA at 90C bed, the chamber will get to 50C easily. That's without a chamber heater. At about 55 to 60, the tool head boards overheat. Yep, that is a consistent issue with a lot of printers now that we have tool head boards. They're getting cooked. They're overheating. So. I forgot to turn off filling gaps on this. When it's satin becomes sateen, it's always been sateen. ADC chamber? ADC chamber, you start running your plastic parts failing at ADC. In background, you have filament dryer. What brand do you recommend? They all do the same thing. Get whatever one's cheap and on sale. Or, if you want to be really cool, this is what I do. Are you ready? Make some room here for a second. This is what I do. You ready? This is the pro gamer move. Okay, this is what you do. I have to unplug this 1 second here. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna go to Value Village, Princess Auto, Harbor Freight, whatever the hell you call them in your country, and you're gonna buy a food dehydrator. You buy one of these, okay? And when you buy these, this one goes up to 70 C. It's a Sultan Vita Pro. It goes up to 70 C, okay? So when you're drying your spool of glass-filled nylon, you just put in the middle. They have rings here. They have a bunch of grills on it, so you can put like food on it for dehydrating. Cut those out, and then you just stack them. You put the lid on. You can fit a 2-kilogram spool in here, but what do you do if you have more spools? Well, you go down to your local friendly Home Depot. Okay. I'm gonna have to dry this out because it's got dead fish in it. Or dead fish scales. Sorry, 1 second here. Yes, I use my filament dryer to catch fish, or to put fish in that I catch. Anyways, and then you ready? You ready? You stack up your spools of filament, and you do that. Think of how many spools you could fit in this. Okay? You could dry all of that, $20 for the dryer if you pick up a used one, 30 or 40 if you buy it new, and $5 for the Home Depot bucket. And you could dry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spools of filament at a time, up to 70 C. At the end of the day, a filament dryer is a heater, a fan, and a box. They all do the same thing. Some of them you could feed from. This one you can't, obviously. So if you need something that you can feed from, because you got a really hygroscopic filament that you need to feed from a dry box while it's actively drying, then get one of those. But if you just need something to like keep your, like every couple of months you need to throw your PETG in the dryer just to dry it off because your house is a little wet, damp, this setup is perfect and it works great. The only problem with this setup is it can't go bigger. So like the 3 kilogram spools that I use for the Pantheon don't fit in this, which really sucks because I got to dry a bunch of them right now because they're all wet. Or they're not wet, they're just not dry. Because the Pantheon spools are a little big. So yeah. So yeah, when it comes to a filament dryer, buy whatever is cheap. And then what I normally do, I just keep a bag of desiccant in the dehydrator while it's running, just to suck up any extra moisture. But yeah, that's when it comes to filament dryers. I'll be honest, I have a bunch from several different brands. Creality sent me some. I've got the, I do like the Polymaker ones. We're feeding from the Polymaker one right now. I like this one because it's a dry box that is also a dryer. So you can buy several of the dry boxes and only one of the dryers and just, you know, put it on, dry it, and then once it's dry, you take it off, you close it up, and then you can feed from it as a dry box. So I like the Polymaker ones, but again, at the end of the day, they all do the same thing. So get whatever's cheap and on sale. So I do find though, they're good for PLAs, PETGs, ABSs and whatnot. If you're having to dry some of the really fancy nylons and other high temp materials like PEC, especially like PEC, Peak, Ultim, all those commercial ones, no, they're not going to work. They're not going to work. Even that one, after like a week in there, PEC is like still wet. So like, yeah. What software do I use for my Prusa? Prusa Connect, just Prusa Connect. Tool head boards overheat at 70C because I can't breathe. Yeah, it's the same issue I have with overheating with my XL. My XL overheats. I had to put a fan on my Prusa XL. And I got a bunch of comments like, oh, shitty Prusa, why do they not have a fan? Because my brother in Christ, they're meant to not run in a garage that's mid-30s next to a wall that's 50 with no air movement. If you run a Prusa and it's normal recommended operating temperature, it doesn't overheat. It's just, you know, I have this sitting against an exterior wall that's brick and there's no air movement back there. So the wall gets warm during the day. This entire room gets hot during the day in the summer, and the controller just heat soaks and overheats. So yeah. We have a lot of new people here today. Do we have a lot of new people here today, or is it just me? We have a lot of new people. Hi, new people. Make sure you subscribe. If you subscribe, your name pops up in the bottom left or bottom right. See, you can see Harold there is our newest subscriber. And then if you donate money, another pop-up pops up somewhere with a funny GIF. Or if you gift memberships. That's a cool thing to do, gift memberships. Because if you gift memberships, then people get to hang out in the cool section of the Discord. Still no Mr. Cool response? Nope. I'm kind of disappointed with that. Still going. We are getting some salmon skin. I may have to play with some speeds and feeds for the exterior walls, but compared to the first print we tried, it's actually working. Josh Wilson, yeah, sorry, I burped at the same time. Josh Wilson gets the 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated. What was the worst part of this build? Honestly, I'll be honest, the build was pretty good. Like, we did run into some issues at the end, but you saw me correct them today. So the extruder gears, subpar in my opinion. These are the only component in the build that I don't like, is these extruder gears where it caused me issues. We ripped them out, we replaced them with known good gears. That was good. There was some stuff with the fans. I had them plugged in backwards, and I changed the pin on one, I think. I had to change one of the pins on one of the fans. But otherwise, we're good. Arcomile. Acromile? Arcomile. Is that an R? Wow, my eyes are failing me. Arcomile, gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciate it. But yeah, it's, in terms of a build, I've had worse Voron kit builds. I've had better ones, but this one has been pretty smooth. Also, They gave me little clips that are supposed to attach to the drag chain for the filament tube. Yeah, those didn't do shit. Those ripped off right away, so I got them zip tied. Also, as you can see, we are currently at 55.8 degrees Celsius in the chamber and rising. And again, it's just enclosed. It's not even enclosed that good. You can see there's an air gap back here. There's an air gap back here. The gear? I'm assuming it's the gear. These are like knockoff BMG gears. These are like the ones you buy on AliExpress, right? These are like when you buy a cheap BMG kit. The gears themselves, like these were probably okay, but I think it was this. Because this is, it doesn't really show up on camera. It's flexy. I didn't like it. So I just replaced everything with known good BMG components and we're good. So, the exhaust fan circulates. It doesn't exhaust. It sucks air from the chamber, runs it through the charcoal filter, and then blows it back into the chamber. It's not an exhaust fan, it's a circulation fan. It basically acts like a convection oven. The fan is tuckered out, not spinning. My part cooling fan is not spinning. Why is my part cooling fan not spinning? Did we screw up? Did I screw up my part cooling fan? No, the part cooling fan's plugged into the... Why is the part cooling fan not working? Why is the part cooling fan not working? I am printing ABS, but it should be at 35%. Why is the part cooling fan not spinning? It's a Bloomy. Gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciate it. Well, we'll figure that out after the... Maybe that's why the print don't look too good. Let's figure this out. No, it's on. You can see right here. It's supposed to be 35%. Machine. .cfg. And 0. Yeah. Part cooling fan. Fan is probably known dead issue with the early batch of 5015 fans. What? Hot end fan, part cooling fan. Yeah, so that's hot end fan. This is part print cooling fan. It's just called fan. So fan generic 00. Why aren't you working? It was working earlier. That's why they sent replacements. They did send me replacement 5015 fans. That's right, they did. Yeah, Mainsail says it's on. Yeah, you can see right here, fan 0, it's on. So, yeah, that fan died. We've already lost it. That's why they sent me a care package with 5015 fans. It's not here yet. However, I think I have 5015 fans somewhere. Let me take a looky-loo. I'm pretty sure I have a Gucci one somewhere. I gotta find it. I gotta find it. Let me go digging through all of this. I've got a spare one right here. I know that one's good. It's old, but I know it's good. Yeah. I've got fans. I've got a fan right here. Yeah, so that 5015 died. That's great. Poop. Check the exhaust fan. Well, one of the exhaust fans is spinning. The other one isn't. So we're probably gonna have to swap that out too. Yeah. Awesome possum. Although I'm honestly fine with just one of the exhaust fans spinning. I probably don't need both. I know I have some Gucci 5015s somewhere too. I gotta find them. I've got some Gucci ones from the that guy. Scary for the price. I'm gonna let you in a little secret. Fans are cheap and fans break. The only printer kits I've built ever that didn't have fans die on them, I can't even say. Even the LDO fans have occasionally died on me. The problem is, if you want good fans, you're spending $20 to $25 a fan. You're buying Deltas, okay, or other known good fans. If you're getting a kit from overseas, they ain't coming with Deltas. You're getting GD Stein specials, which could work forever or could die in 25 minutes. Pick one. It's a fan. You either spend way more or yeah. GD Stein has a warranty? I've never even looked up if GD Stein has a warranty. I've never looked into that, ever. Bought 15 Deltas, yeah. Like, here's the thing. If your fan dies on a printer kit, odds are if you reach out to the manufacturer, go, hey, my fan died, they'll send you a new fan. And to be fair, we are printing ABS, so we don't really need a fan. It's just the print will suffer a little bit in quality. Yeah, I gotta find where I put those fans. That's an easy fix, though. I mean, there we go. This is a Delta, so I'll just put a Delta in here. So we'll let this print finish. The print English. I'll let the print finish. What I'm going to do to have some fun, we'll bump it up to 200. Oh wait, no, not extrusion factor. No, extrusion factor 100%. Don't bump extrusion factor to 200%. Speed 200%. So we'll bump speed to 200%. When it dies, it dies, and then we'll swap out the this guy. So, how are Berserker fans and Honey Badgers? I don't know. I haven't used them. They're rebranded fans, obviously. I just don't know what they came from. They sent me an email about the warranty the other day. Okay. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll just put a Delta fan in it. So far we've had failed extruder gears and the 5015, 2 of them have died. Also, for those wondering, we are sitting at a 58 degrees Celsius chamber right now. Correction, 59. So yeah, it's 59 degrees Celsius in the chamber without a heater. So yeah. This is the resin front face from the one we rebuilt a while ago. Do you know what the Mark IV S fan is now? Yes, but I can't say. I will say it is a custom fan. I do want to get my hands on a bunch of them though. They are nice fans. They're quiet. The reason I like them is they're 5015 fans that push a lot of air and they're quiet. That's why I want them. But I know who makes them, I just can't say. I've been sworn to secrecy. Motor heat issue solved? I don't know. I'll look when the print's done. It's still going up. It's still getting hotter in there. 59.3. Joe makes them in his garage. Keep my secrets. I kind of have to, unfortunately. Sorry. But I want my printers to sound like a squadron of A10 Warthogs taking off. Well, Josh, if you're trying to make sure the Brits are out of the way first, it's a good idea. I will say it is kind of fun every now and then to look up and see A10s flying over my house. For those that don't know, I live near an American, there's an American National Guard base on the other side of Lake St. Clair. Selfridge, I think. Selfridge. And they fly A10s, so every now and then they fly overhead. Why does Sambo keep asking me to lick it? Although I will say, for those that play Baldur's Gate 3, when you're in the Gauntlet of Shar and you're talking to your gear, I think that's how you pronounce it, the demon in there, go explore the area and find the dead spider and lick it. Make sure you have Gale in your party. The monopod. I know this is the type of quality you expect on my streams. We've got a random 3D print, some filament, some wire, assorted lengths of wire, and a random acro container filled with random screws. Is the camera out of focus? Yep. Is it keep shaking like mad? Yep. That's what you guys come here for. What do you do with so many printers that you show? My wife with the 6 mirror already wants to kick me out of the house. Well, Adrian, I'm kind of lucky that this is my job, so I can't be kicked out of the house because I pay the mortgage. So I have that going for me, which is nice. We split the bills. I do the mortgage, she does the rest of the bills. But yeah, so this is my job, so I have that to lean on. Also, I have the garage to myself, essentially. There is a room in the basement filled with printers that are collecting dust. And if you go to Murph, you see when I get rid of them. I might bring some to Earth, I don't know. So many printers, but doesn't have it. I have a camera. What do you think this camera's on? What do you think this camera's on? I have camera stands. I just don't have one for the mobile camera. Because I don't use it all the time. We do double benchy for cooling or something. I wanted to do double benchy just to see how it. I wanted to hit it with travels. I wanted to do a travel that would hit max speed. So that's reason one. Also, it is an ABS benchy, so for cooling. And two, I guess that's a good thing we're doing for cooling because the part cooling fan died on it already. So that's a thing. I'm all out of my gamer subs. Go buy some gamer subs. I'm all out. Code Canuck, save 10% off your order. Do this now. Ignoring costs, LDO or Siboor kit. Yes, no, maybe, it depends what you're looking for in a printer. This is not a Voron kit. This is a Siboor Voron kit. Same with the LDO. The LDO kit is a LDO Voron kit. Do you want a printer that is a Gucci stock Voron with a bunch of add-ons? Or do you want a printer that's a modded Voron with a bunch of add-ons? The downside with going with a kit like this, I'm going to give you pros and cons to each. The upside of this kit, you have CNC parts for a lot of the critical components, and it's an all-wheel drive motion system, which means you have basically double the torque on your XY motion, okay? So it's going to have some more chooch to it, okay? The downside, you don't have a perfectly square bed. If you look at the bed, because we have motors in the front, we have two little areas here on the front left you can't print in. Simple as that. You lose that. Two, hey, guess what? Tomorrow V2.5 comes out. It doesn't. But hey, if any updates for a stock Voron come out in the future, you're going to run into compatibility issues here. When we release stuff, when Voron releases stuff, when we release stuff with upgradability in mind. So if, you know, tomorrow V2.5 comes out or 2.6 or you can upgrade it using the parts you already have for the most part. Whenever we design something new, we try to keep the old parts usable as much as possible. So when you release something or when you upgrade, you can just print the new parts and off you go. With this, you kind of can't. You're stuck with this machine. Now, I'm not saying that this is a bad machine to be stuck with. I'm just saying if you buy and build this machine, this is the machine. This is what you get. If you want to upgrade something, you're going to be throwing a lot out. So, yeah. Voron hasn't released something in a while, doesn't mean we're cooking. Doesn't mean we're not cooking. Stuff's always in the oven. Stuff's always in the oven. Preference, VZBot all-wheel drive or Voron all-wheel drive? Let's say no kits and Trident all-wheel drive or 2.4 all-wheel drive. I don't know. What do you mean no kits? I haven't self-sourced a printer in years, so I don't know. I'm gonna say kits. I'm just gonna go off a stock printer for each one. In my opinion, all-wheel drive makes more sense on larger machines. If you're looking at 300 and under for a size, all-wheel drive, in my opinion, unless you're trying to get internet points for printing benchies fast, is kind of a waste. It's diminishing returns under 300, in my opinion. I asked for a 300 because I don't have room for a 350. They're like, hey, do you want a 300 or 350? Both of them have 250 on the Z. I already have a 350 Trident with 250 on the Z. I don't need another. So I said, send me the 300. But if you were going to get something like this, all-wheel drive makes sense on larger builds. Now, all-wheel drive Voron or all-wheel drive VZBot? That's a you question, fam. I have them both. They both have pros and cons. I think the VZBot still has a square bed at least. This, you lose some bed space. The VZBot is a heavier machine. It's a bigger machine. It's a single Z motor. Different design goals, we're comparing like a Toyota Civic to a Subaru Crosstrek. Like we're comparing apples to oranges. So. We've got to be getting to the, oh, Brute Force V1, we hit that a long time ago. What's going on here? Are we under extruding? Or do we have a layer shift or something? Why do I got a feeling something's overheating? I got a feeling everything's overheating. You need to get a Twist Saber guy to give you his plans for you to build one on stream. I have no idea what that even is. Yeah, we have a little under extrusion. Well, yeah, you can see you can see an extra little hole there. I don't know what happened there. But we're at 60.8 degrees Celsius in the chamber. So for those that are like, oh, I need a chamber fan or chamber heater, you don't. You just need to enclose your printer better. Your bed puts out, remember, this has a chamber heater. Are you ready? This has a chamber heater. It is, let me pull it up here. It's a, yeah, this has a chamber heater. It's 800 watts of chamber heater. It's called the bed. I have a chunk of aluminum in here with 800 watts of heating. How much more heating do you need in your chamber? It's an 800 watt heater attached to 3 pounds of, or 2 pounds or a pound or whatever, how many pounds of aluminum it is. Like, there's enough heat being pumped into the system already. What I have a feeling we are we under extruding? No, the wheel's moving. The only LDO kit that is technically not fully bomb is the the LDO Tridents are cubed, so they come with a longer Z, so you actually have full 300 on the Z. Other than that, they are pretty much stock. Saber does cool 3D printed lightsabers. Oh, cool. I'm not a huge Star Wars guy. Or, correction, I used to be more into Star Wars, and now I'm not. $61. Yeah, I've got a feeling we are, I've got a feeling we're cooking the filament. I got a feeling we got heat creep issues. I'm gonna cancel this print. I'm canceling this print because we don't have the part fan running either. For those that don't know, on a modern stealth burner, the part fan bleeds air on purpose to help cool stuff. So if you're not running your part fan at all on a Voron, you're actually, no, it's not good. You should have your part fan on low if you're printing even ABS and close on a Voron, because it bleeds off air to help cool some extra stuff. So provide a little bit of cooling for heat creep, or at least it did at some point. I don't know if we actually pushed that public, but yeah, these benchies are getting, yeah, these benchies are cooked. We're cooking these. Cancel. Yeah, we are cooking those. Okay, let's get some filament out of this extrude. Oh yeah. Okay. Look at that filament's cooked. That filament's cooked. Yeah, that filament's cooked. Oh no, that part fan's still dead. How are these motors? Scorching hot. Okay. Move out of range. Cool. That's hot. Everything's, oh my. Oh yeah, that filament's cooked. That is heat creep to hell. Similar spots to failure? No, these actually were printing okay until they weren't. So to compare between the last stream and this stream, this was yesterday's stream and this is today's stream. So it was good until I got up to about here. What I think it was doing is just there's so much heat, and it's just so much heat. It's hot. Okay, let's get this fan fixed. I'm gonna let that cool off though. But yeah, I'm pretty sure, because we didn't have part cooling fans or anything, we just had a lot of heat dumped into that system. Also, there's a lot of back pressure off this fan. Wait a second. Okay, yeah, that is spinning the right way. I don't know. Okay, let's fix this broken fan. With no fan, it would have been fine. Yeah. Check the back fan. I'd have to take it out. I honestly don't care too much about the back fan. There's two fans on the Nevermore. I'm okay if only one's running. Like, I don't have Nevermores on any of my machines. On the bright side, the charcoal will last longer with one fan. Possible to get serial numbers for two Vorons at the same time to get the numbers together. Post them sequentially on the Discord, because Sanity they go through them in order. So just post them sequentially on the Discord. Okay. Oh man, it's hot. So yeah, so for those wondering, the chamber gets to 50 or 60 C. Ah! The screws burned me. The screws are hot. They like fell in my hand and they were burning me. Okay, so, oh man, this sucks. I gotta take all this apart now. Okay, let's fix this. Okay, so first, I'm gonna take a picture of this. Okay. What grease do I use? White lithium. So I'm gonna have to crimp on a JST on this. Or correction, a DuPont connector. Heat creep. I don't know, everything was hot in this machine. This chamber gets toasty. But this fan died already, so we're swapping it out with a known good fan. Dead fan is dead. Good fan is good. Woo, zoom out. Okay. So let's see, how much wire do we have? 1, 2, 3. Right about there. Snip, 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 snip. Ship, ship, shop, ship, shop. Shaw. Okay. Okay. Do I have, I do. Like, I don't even know if I have DuPont connectors out here. I do. Oh, somebody gifted you a membership. Congratulations. It was hilarious. So when I was visiting Joel last month, there was a few things we had to build as part of me being there and some other people. And I'm like, okay, Joel, where's your screw crib? What? Like, where do you keep all your screws? Oh, there's some in a bag over there. It's like, you don't have like a thing of all the screws? No? Do you have like connectors for crimping? Maybe over there. Yeah, we ended up raiding like an LDO kit, like leftover bag for like everything. I'm like, why don't you have it? He's like, I don't build stuff. I'm like, okay, fair enough. Like, I've got enough parts on hand to build a Voron essentially, except for like a frame and like that kind of stuff. Like, I've got enough screws and fasteners and whatnot to build a Voron and a lot of other stuff. So I'm used to having that available. So when I was at Joel's, it's like, wow, we ain't got nothing. He's like, there's a Home Depot 15 minutes down the road. I'm like, I'm not used to working in these conditions. Should be really tight on there. There we go. Oh no, I bent it. Ah, shit. I hate, did I tell you guys I hate DuPont connectors? I can never get them to crimp right. Because they don't overlap, they overlap like this. They don't do this. And they never, like, they always go whenever I crimp them. I hate it. I hate DuPont connectors. That and non-locking connectors. Seriously, non-locking connectors in this current year. Okay, so let's see. This is, the red wire goes this way. And the black wire goes there. And now I gotta find this and jam this in because this isn't the... Really? Oh, really? You're jammed. You're stuck. You're stuck? Really? You're stuck? I hate DuPont connectors. I hate DuPont connectors. I hate DuPont connectors. I hate DuPont connectors. There we go. Okay. Woo! There we go. The worst part is when I push them in, I use tweezers. So I use like my tweezers to push them in. Every now and then it slips and they go whoop into my finger. It sucks. Okay, so now we put this back together. So you go in here. Oh. 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 Ooh, that's tight. Okay. Are we still good? You spin, you spin. Okay. Okay, that goes like that. Oh, yeah, no, that does go like that. Oh, storage is full. Ooh, that's not good. Discard it. 1 second. 1 second. I'm sorry. There we go. I didn't see him add it. Add what? Have a little white dot. This one does. This is an older fan. This is a fan that I've had for years, and I know it's good because it's a the Delta. So I can just get this wire in the channel. There we go. Okay. You go like that. There. And I can't remember what order the wires were. Okay. It goes there. Okay. Okay, so now I'll put this back together now. Okay, what do we got here? What do we got here? What do we got here? We got black on the outside. So black, white, yellow, red. Okay. So. You know what really sucks? Okay. I'm looking at this right here. Directly in my eye line is a light. So I'm looking at this. This is my view when I'm trying to do this. Oh, that motor's hot. Black, white. Black, white, yellow, red. There we go. There we go. What about a light box setup? Technically I have that, but it's up there. Like that light does have a little white box on it, but it's more, that light is more of a, like, I move it around. So it's not really set up. Plus I don't have a ton of room, so I don't have like, I do have, so that's just a little light on a tripod that I move around. I do have like that is my main light for the studio. But I don't have like a lot of room for a bunch of setups like that, essentially. Because like when I'm filming like a video, when I'm like standing here talking this way with this as my back, I'll move that light around. So I can't have it too big because I have to be able to move it. Because I do like to move it. Okay. Screw all this in. Fire up the printer. And then, if all goes well, we should be good, and I'll start the print again. But I'm going to slice it to not do gaps. Because gap fill, I think, is what's killing it. Source yourself. Would you have gone with the SB2209 or would you have gone with something else, EVV36? I have a bunch of different tool head boards and a bunch of different printers. Honestly, at this point, I like USB over CAN bus and whatever the form factor is. That I've got machines with EVV36s. I've got machines with these. Again, at the end of the day, they all do the same thing. They all do the same thing. Just go with the USB ones because they're easier to set up. Okay, so that's that. I will say in terms of like QC, I've had better luck with LDO stuff because even though every now and then they do have a lemon, they're pretty good at fixing it. There's my part cooling fan. There we go. Where'd my white marker go? Pretty sure my white marker is dead. 1 second here. You got a paint marker and it doesn't work anymore, just flip it around. There we go. There we go. Oh, let me put the bed back in. Okay. There we go. So, there you go there. Okay. Where is gap infill? I want to turn off gap. I don't want to do gap. Gap. Seam. Where? Wait, that's... Where is that? Where is filter out tiny gaps? Infill. Where is filter out tiny gaps? Gap. Other? What do you mean other? Where's filter out tiny gaps? I don't see it. Sparse infill anchor. Where's? I don't like monotonic. Let's do cubic. Where's cubic? Hello, Raymond. Fill detect. Measure growth wall thickness. Am I missing detect thin walls? Alternate extra wall. Infill. I'm looking at infill. I don't see filter out, apply gap fill nowhere. Because when I'm printing, it's these little areas here. That's not too bad. Yeah, maybe. Okay, whatever. Change nowhere to something else everywhere. Filter out tiny gaps. Oh, I see. Okay. So I don't want gap fill. Okay. Slice plate. Did I change anything? I don't know. Did I change? Oh yeah, the infill. I changed the infill. More normal infill. Okay. Print. Upload and print. There we go. See how this goes now. Small gap compensation. Yeah. Precision, slice gap, closing radius, brim object gap, apply gap fill. Nowhere. Yeah, I think I had it set up right. Seam gap. Yeah, no, I think we're good. Can is a standard, but in the commercial CNC machines is also an auto. Yeah, if you don't know what the difference, okay. The reason I'm not a huge fan of CAN and 3D printers, you don't really need CAN for the length of run you're doing. You don't really need CAN, and it's a lot easier to set up USB. The fans die real quick in this kit. Yeah, as we found out, we got a dead fan. I did not mean to throw that. We've got a dead fan already, and we've got 2 dead fans and a bum extruder kit. So this is the hand of naughty broken stuff already with this machine. But it's printing now, so. But yeah, CAN is a normal industry thing. CAN is more reliable than USB. Correct. But if we're talking about like it works 999.9% of the time, CAN is more annoying to set up, especially for a newbie. You have to do a whole bunch of extra steps to set up CAN with Clipper versus USB, where it's just another device. It talks to it the same as it does a controller board. CAN on a printer makes more sense in 2 conditions. One, your run is very long. So on a printer this size, where the wire goes from there up to there, you don't need CAN. USB is plenty fine for that length. It's when you're building like, oh, this is a meter big machine. Okay, maybe CAN starts to make sense. Also, if you're doing multiple tool heads. So if you're doing the stealth changer or any other tool changer setup, running Clipper, CAN makes more sense because you can daisy chain the tool heads a lot easier. There's not many options. EBB 36. The EBB boards can do USB now, I think. The Nighthawk boards can do USB. There's a few. Yeah, Isoterical's CAN guide has saved my butt a few times. So, Yeah, we have EBB 36. We have an EBB 36. I don't know if it's in can mode though. It might be can mode, but I do have a machine with that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop that voltage for the extruder. Extruder motor. Let's drop you back down to. No, no, you are running at 6. What was the stock? Oh, there we go. Oh, wait 1 second here. What does the motor normally run at? 0.6, yeah, okay, we are running at 0.6. So the fan should be off for the first couple layers, I believe, and then it should kick on. And then after this, we will do the giveaway, I believe. Yeah, the fan is off right now. So once we make sure the fan's working, what I'll do is we'll do the giveaway. So if you haven't entered for that, link in the video description, enter for your chance to win. And then we will, I'll let it run and I'll post pictures on the morning. Boop. I am starving. I have not had dinner. It's 11 at night. I had, oh God, we had breakfast. And by breakfast, I mean coffee and a donut. And then we had lunch at like 2. And we went out and did some family stuff today. Hey, if you're from Stack 3D, hello. I saw you today. But yeah, I haven't eaten anything since like 3 o'clock. And it's 11. I'm hungry. I need food. What do we have? What do we have? What do I have for food? I have a Lunchable. I could steal my kid's Lunchable, but that would be rude. It's his Lunchable. What about you? What's in here? I forgot I had this. Okay, this has been in the fridge in a container for a couple months, but it is a Cocoa Press chocolate bar that I made. Now the question is, I don't know what I put in this. I don't know if this is a caramel. Oh, okay, it's the coconut one. So for those wondering what October's video is gonna be, one of the October videos, DIY Cocoa Press chocolates. I don't know if this is a special one though. We'll find out. Now I'm thirsty, damn it. What do I have to drink out here? I don't know if I should include the making special chocolates as part of the Cocoa Press video that I want to do in October. Okay, so the part fan's not on. I don't think the part fan turns on until like layer 3 or 4. I don't have whiskey. I don't drink liquor anymore. Hey, the part fan's on. Oh yeah, the gummies, I forgot. Here's my lunch. Thank you, Joe. Num num num. Favorite liquor. So me being in Canada, certain substances are legal up here. They're also legal in some states as well. But because of the way the government is, buying it legally is quite expensive because they limit like portion sizes and whatnot. So what most people do is they just buy the oil, and then you either just put a few drops on your tongue and off you go, or you mix it into something like a food or something. So if you have a Cocoa Press, which is a 3D printing, a chocolate 3D printer, and you can pause it mid-print and put stuff inside, you can put like caramel, coconut, and other fun substances. Probably YouTube. No, it's not a YouTube problem. It's not a YouTube problem. YouTube's chill with it. Like, literally, YouTube's fine with it. YouTube don't give a crap. You can drink on YouTube, as long as it's legal where you're at. Obey all laws and whatnot. Be responsible. Good point. I travel international. I should be careful about that stuff. There's a channel called How to Drink. Is that a channel for people with a drinking problem? Like, I miss my mouth sometimes, like it happens, but I don't think there'd be a channel for that. Okay, let's do the giveaway. You guys want to do the giveaway? Let's do the giveaway. If you haven't entered for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, you got like 2 minutes. Hurry up and enter for your chance. Link in the video description. While you're down there, check out some of the other links down there. They're affiliate links. Don't cost you anything extra. Go a long way in supporting the channel. And some of them, like the GamerSupps one, use code Canuck. Save 10% off your order. Also, while you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, subscribe if you're not subscribed, ring the bell, and also if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others, because that way other people can hang out when we do cool members-only stuff on the channel, and you get videos early and whatnot. Now, when you're in the mold shop, if you got hurt and tested positive at all for MJ, was it termination? They can't test you in Canada. In Canada, drug testing is not legal for work employment. Now, if you get injured and they suspect you are under the influence of something, then yeah, they'll test you, but that's like criminal and whatnot. It's like driving. If they think you're under the influence, they'll test you. But as far as I'm aware, in Canada, unless it's like unless like the job has an exemption, drug testing for employment is not legal in Canada. It's never been a thing. The only time I've ever been drug tested for employment was when I was in the military. So if there's like an accident, yeah, and somebody's hurt, and the government's involved, then yeah, they'll probably test you. But like, I worked in a tool shop. Like, I'll be honest, I didn't, but I know a lot of people who smoked up at a shop. But I also, you know, I worked in a grocery store where the manager was drunk all the time. Like, Not true if you're... Well, I'm sure there are exemptions, but from my understanding, your standard job, they don't do it. It's not a thing. Like, it's nowhere near like it is in the States, where they do drug testing. Like, it's super common in the States, from my understanding. Up here, it's no. And even when I was in the Army, it was a blind test, so they didn't even know who was on it. It was just, we want to know how many people, potentially. Alberta, they can random drug test. It is part of your employment agreement. Oh, you know what? It's probably a provincial thing, because Canada, a lot of stupid stuff like that's provincial. Drug tested to work at Walmart. You're working at Walmart. They'll take whoever. Why are they making it hard to work at Walmart? It's common in Alberta? Really? Huh. Well, Alberta's special. The back motor is making a creaking noise. I think I'm gonna have to. Oh, I see what it is. Yeah, I have to adjust the alignment of the pulley on. Let me check the other motor. Are you good? Yeah. I think I gotta adjust the pulley on the one back here. Yeah. Rode his bike via Paxera. It's got a DUI and lost everything. So that it doesn't matter what the vehicle is. You can get a DUI for what is it? Mennonites? Is it Mennonites? Amish. Amish people get DUIs for a horse and buggy. Okay, let's do the giveaway. If you did not enter for your chance to win some Polymaker filament today, you will have another chance on Tuesday, because that's going to be the next stream. Where is names.csv? Names.csv. Open sesame. There we go. Bicycle. The way the law is worded, to my understanding, in most location, is operating a vehicle. It's not a motor vehicle, it's operating a vehicle. Operating a vehicle while under the influence is driving while intoxicated. That way it's everything, including motorbikes, ATVs, snowmobiles, boats. It's just an all-encompassing. If you are under the influence, the only way you travel is if you're sitting down and somebody else is moving you, or you're riding your black Cadillacs. And by black Cadillacs, I mean your boots. Like that's always been my rule of thumb. If you are partaking in anything mind altering, do not be operating anything. So, I mean, in most places, to my understanding, in most places you can get a DUI if you're like in your vehicle, passed out in the back, as long as you have the keys on you. Because it can show like you do have the ability to drive and you're not of sound mind and body. I mean, considering how many people get hurt, injured, killed, etc. from drunk drivers every year, I'm all for very stringent drink driving laws. I'm all for it. 300 people, that's a nice round number. Let's do laboratory. Bots, 300. I remember boats. So for boats, because I'm actually kind of looking into getting maybe a really, really, really cheap boat. Yes, I know there's no such thing as a cheap boat. Little guy likes fishing. I gotta figure something out. But anyways, with a boat, if you want to drink on a boat, you have to have sleeping facilities, a stove, and a toilet on the boat. And it has to be anchored. So you need like, and it has to be like an actual toilet. It can't just be like a porta-john or a bucket. It has to be like a proper toilet, a proper stove that is part of the boat. You can't just have like a cook stove with you. And an anchor, and like something else. There's like a bunch of stupid, or not stupid, I approve of these rules. There's a bunch of requirements to prevent you from drinking out on a boat. Because let's be honest, you can crash into stuff. Like, look at, what's the one Dragon's Den guy that the Americans think is a smart business guy, but everyone in Canada hates? What's the one business guy? You see him all the time on like American news. They always interview him for stuff. But everyone in Canada hates the guy because he's a smarmy, shitty businessman. Kevin O'Leary, yeah, that guy. Yeah, his wife killed somebody on a boat. To my understanding. I don't know for sure. But yeah, him and his wife were out boating and they like smashed into another boat. And he says like nobody knows who was really driving the boat. Like the rumor going around is it was him driving and he was drunk. So, you know, he blamed his wife who was sober. Yeah. Okay, so how this works, I will pick a random person. If you happen to win, you win 2 spools of filament because you're lucky. Everyone else, if you win, you just get 1. So good luck to this guy. Rumpelmon. Rumpelmon, if you win 2 spools of filament. Good luck. Remember, exclamation mark zoom zoom makes you go faster. Exclamation mark gullible makes everyone else go slower. And everyone else just spam your favorite animal in chat. Okay, this is already looking better. Like, it still has some salmon skin, but the print's looking way better. And for the one person who's going to complain in YouTube comments a week from now going, it's not fair that you have to spam to do better in chat or do better in the race. Spamming doesn't do anything. I think it actually does on Twitch, but this isn't Twitch. Wow, that slowed everyone down. I just have you spam because it makes the YouTube numbers look better. Oh, see, Captain Caveman figured out the trick. If you spam that it doesn't do anything, then it does do something. Oh, Justin Bates, you're supposed to stay on the track. By the way, by about halfway through, oh wait, I'm on the wrong camera. Shoot, sorry. I'll admit, halfway through these races, half the time, I forgot who I picked for the lucky winner. Nah, that was just a regular one. The ones that are special are caramel filled. Oop, somebody else. Where are you guys going? You're supposed to stay on the track. Oh, Trevor! No, Trevor! Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go! Ira Ness, 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, Ira Ness, 1, 2, 3. You have won yourself a spool of filament from Polymaker. Yeah, so you guys can watch it on the. There you go. You can watch the print and that. You have won yourself a spool of filament from Polymaker. You will get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament. Ira Ness. There you go. 1 of 1. Like to see it. Yep. So everyone, golf claps in chat for the winner. You will get an email from me after the stream ends. So yeah, so I think we're gonna call it there. I'm gonna let this just keep chooching. It is 50, so this chamber gets above 60. No chamber heater. I mean, again, anytime I see a company go, hey, we have a chamber heater, all printers do. It's called the bed. This has 800 watts of chamber heater. Plus like 50 in the hot end. Plus 4 motors. There's a bunch of heat being dumped into this system already. What are the motor temps? Toasty, but they're on metal mounts, so it's okay. Your marble wasn't round. Sorry, James, next time. Okay, so I think we're gonna call it there. Your trident doesn't go above 40. You need to move the air in the chamber. That's the key. The trick to getting good chamber temps is you have to keep the air moving in the chamber. Because what happens is if you don't have the air moving in the chamber, what happens is the bed heats up and the heat just sits there around the bed. Yeah, it'll get kicked around up top by like the hot end moving, but you just get this bubble of air around. So the way a PID tune works is it heats up to the temperature, and then it'll overheat, and then it'll turn off the heater, and then it'll drop, and when it drops below a certain point, it'll kick the heater back on. So it's basically pulsing the heater on and off to keep the bed, or where the thermistor is, let's be honest, it'll keep the thermistor reading consistent temperature. So by moving the air around your chamber, you're now moving air around the bed, you're disturbing that bubble of hot air. So that means there's now cooler air moving around the bed, which means the bed needs to keep pumping heat into it, which is heating up the air around it, which is now moving around the chamber. So the easiest way to do it, I did it on Toasty. I'll show you how I did it on Toasty, because it's literally the easiest way to do it, and it will help. It'll get you about 5 to 10 degrees, depending on the printer and the size and whatnot. There's Toasty boy. In Toasty, what I have is, I have two, these are just 4020s. These are just random 4020 fans I had left over. And all they do is they just suck air from the bottom and blow it straight up. That's it. That's all they do. They just suck air from the bottom of the chamber and blow it up, and then it'll come up and then it'll come down over the front. So it just circulates the air. That's all it does. That gives me an extra 10 degrees Celsius. So yeah. You don't have to go crazy. Now, the advantage with the Nevermore and systems like that, they're more designed for it. They also have the nice little carbon filter in it and all that. But that means you got to buy carbon to replace it constantly, which let's be honest, I'm never going to do. This carbon in here will be in here till the day I die. But yeah, you just got to get the convection oven going. You just got to get the convection currents going. So helps with it. Yes, that's a big thing. With ABS, remember, as you print, the bed drops. So like, and the print gets taller. So you have a temperature gradient where like the print that's sitting next to the bed will be hotter. And then eventually this bed will be at the bottom and you'll be printing up here where it's a lot cooler. Yes, I know hot air rises, but the source of the heat is at the bottom. So yeah, it makes, you get a better thing. You have the bento box. Yeah, there's a few different ways of doing it. I mean, technically this fan here on the side, your part cooling fan could do the same thing. Just run it at a very, like the curtain air fan, just run it at a very low percentage. So, okay, I think we're gonna call it there because I am absolutely starving. Gummies only last so long. So we're gonna call it there. I'm gonna go make some food and then I'm gonna finish Act 2 of Baldur's Gate 3 on my 5th time playing a good character because I felt bad for hurting all the internet or the NPCs fifis. Plus, it's boring. For anyone who's played Baldur's Gate 3 and done a full Dirge playthrough, you lose like more than half of the game because everyone's dead. It's like, hey, I'm gonna give Gale this really cool rope. Oh, nope, the person that I get the ropes from is dead. All my friends are dead. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna start over and play a nice guy. You can't use, yeah, don't use like Amazon bulk carbon. It's not the same. You need activated carbon. It's an actual specific thing. Frostpunk 2. That's like a city management game, right? I'm not a huge fan of city management games. So yeah, so we're gonna call it there. Huge shout out to Siboor again for providing this kit for testing and evaluation. The plan is with this, now that it's up and running, I'm just gonna put a ton of hours on it over the next little bit. And I will do a little recap video about thoughts on this kits in general, and like why you should go for one kit over the other. So I will try and do a little video on that, just like a talking head video over B-roll of it printing. And there should be another video this week. I don't know exactly what I'm doing it on, but I will be doing a video this week. And then also, again this week, only one guaranteed stream, Tuesday, because, and it'll be an early stream, it'll be 11 to 2. There may be a stream on Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know for sure yet, because next weekend is 3D Printopia. It's Earthtopia. So I got to drive 9 hours across Ohio and Pennsylvania. Oh wait, it's election season too. Oh God, Pennsylvania's gonna suck. For those that don't know, Pennsylvania has like 2 really blue cities and then a lot of red in the middle. And how I keep track of how far I'm through Pennsylvania is the signs. Because even traveling through, I know I'm going political, but I'm using it for an example. driving through Pennsylvania, you could tell how far away you are from the major cities by the signs for a certain former president. Because as you get further away from the cities, the signs get bigger and more common, even though you're nowhere near an election year. And this year is an election year. So Pennsylvania's gonna suck. Is there one near the convenience store in the middle of nowhere? I've been that. I've traveled back when I worked in the trade. I've done service calls in, how do I word this as PG as possible? They sent me, I've had to do service calls in places that I got to go because another guy couldn't because of, in Canada, so you know, we spell color with a U. Yeah. Good barbecue though. Yeah. How come I'm going? Why isn't so-and-so? Because he can't go. Oh. Oh. Yeah. I didn't say it, Drew. Okay, so yeah, we're calling it there. So shout out to Siboor for this kit. This will be the last build stream of this. So this was a 10-part series. We could have knocked this out in 7 or 8 if I knew what I was doing, let's be honest. If you are building one of these, this is probably a good weekend build. Because remember, while I'm streaming, I'm also talking and going on tangents and whatnot. So if you were to build one of these yourself, it'd probably take you about a weekend. Also, huge shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we give away this stream and every stream. Links for all of that and more in the video description. Buy some gamer subs. Use code Canuck. Save 10% off your order. I'm wearing this shirt today. By the way, these shirts are actually really nice. They're not like it's not like a Under Armour material, but it's like a thinner material than like a regular shirt, and it's actually really nice on hot days. So I've got a few of these shirts I like. And then for those that donated to the channel, gifted memberships to other, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you for not being able to do the things I do, create the content I create. Without your continued support, you make it all possible. So we're gonna call it there. The winner of the giveaway will get an email from me after the stream. I will post pictures of the prints once they're all done on Twitter and the Discord and whatnot. And for everyone else, it's Saturday night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be safe out there. Wash your hands, and I will see you on Tuesday. Goodbye. Okay, cool, tangent. Because I'm waiting on an email to show up before I can email the thing off anyways. Rose, I'm from the East Coast. I'm from Nova Scotia originally. I have family out there. So I've done the Windsor to Halifax drive several times in my life. You can go from Southern Ontario to about Edmundston, New Brunswick in one day. And you see a lot. But that first 4 hours, Windsor to Toronto, anyone who has driven Windsor to Toronto, you know how much that drive sucks. Once you get north of Toronto, it's not too bad. You get some mountains and whatnot. You drive along like the St. Lawrence in Quebec. That's nice. New Brunswick is kind of boring, but at least there's like hills and stuff. Same with Nova Scotia. What's really boring? 2010, 2011. I worked a tasking in Alberta. We were stationed in Medicine Hat. Every day for like 2 weeks, I had to drive from Medicine Hat, Alberta to Calgary and back. I had to drive to the airport, pick somebody up, bring them back to Medicine Hat for like 2 weeks. You want to talk a mind-numbing drive. The only thing you have before to that is about just before you get to Calgary, you get a little bit of rolling hills in the fields and you can see the Rockies. Other than that, yeah, that's a bad drive. Anyways, good night.